What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. So a lot of you brothers have been hitting me up about several folks who have been laid off from ESPN. And some of them are people that we enjoy their commentaries. One is Keyshawn Johnson. Shout out to my brother from Cali. One of my favorites, also Max Kellerman. Listen, Steve Young, the great quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, was let go. You guys know I love me some Steve Young. Okay, I grew up on Steve Young as a 49ers fan. My brother LaFonso Ellis got let go. My brother out of Oakland, Andre Ward, the former light heavyweight champion and super middleweight champion, got let go. Okay? But the person who got let go, that is probably the most high profile on ESPN, in my honest opinion, besides Max Kellerman, is Jalen Rose. Now, Jalen Rose is a brother that I really have a lot of respect for. He comes from the inner city of Detroit. And of course, with that, he came up with his father not being there, going to the University of Michigan, having a stellar NBA career, and remaining largely relevant in his, like I said, NBA hosting career as an analyst. And of course, he had, he was married to a white lady there on ESPN. That didn't, last so long. But then there was a situation with Malika Andrews. And this is what I want to talk about today. Malika Andrews is what I would consider a black male hater. Largely. Okay? She has a disdain for black men. Malika Andrews was not let go. Although these guys who were in the NBA, even Vince Carter, his contract was not renewed. But Malika Andrews was allowed to stay. And if you look at ESPN, which is largely ran by Disney, they talk a lot about equality. We're talking a lot about helping people out, as far as bridging the gap with gender, sexuality. But do you know what? It all goes back to whoever is against the black man, let's keep them. Now, you brothers want to know, why is Malika Andrews always so towards the white man, or so for the white man and hating his black men? And here's what black men don't like. Because Malika Andrews is going to be for the people or the group that can give her advancement. That's the bottom line. And black men are going to have a problem with this. But this is the reason why you need to understand how the rest of the world works. If you go to the Middle East, Qatar, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, anywhere, Oman, the women are going to be subjected to who runs the economy and can give opportunities. It's how it works. Malika Andrews can be a complete sellout, but she sold out in her mind to the people that favor her. Why should I care about these black men? They're not doing nothing for me. And I'm not saying that that's the right attitude. Clearly it's not, because you should always be for your people. But that's not who she identifies with. She likes white men. Or could I probably say European Jewish men with that ancestry. But see, a lot of brothers don't understand why you have the hostility you have from certain folks, from certain communities. Why is that hostility there? I will tell you why it is there. That hostility remains supreme, largely because, I'm going to tell you why. It remains that way. It remains that way because of your inability, my inability to provide what white people or white men provide overall. I've been to Dubai. I'm going to just tell you something. Dubai is in Qatar is ran mostly in the workforce by foreigners, right? Now, if you go to Qatar or Dubai, it is largely relatively very safe. All of that, I'm gonna be like, I'm living in Uganda right now. I love Uganda, but sometimes you can catch the random person just peeing on the side of the road, running red lights, that sort of chaos. That's all throughout Africa, but this is what there's no real, the laws kind of don't really work there. Try it in Dubai, if you please. Okay. these people here, and I get the fact that they own their own country. They run their own land. But when you come here, the customer service is superb. You cannot come here and bring whatever your bad attitudes you have from someplace else, because the rules are already in check. Because they own it. This is their standard of their country. You're going to behave like that, or you're going to get your ass put out. And people know that. And everybody who works here in Dubai has that. Whatever they got, they get it straight real quick. Filipinos, Indians, Africans, when they come here, all of a sudden, they know how to act. Okay? Now, that is because these people are providing the opportunity for them. So if you want to get this opportunity, you better change how you behave. Or else, black men, the problem that we have been having in Black America, and I get a lot of the stuff that we've been through as a group of men and stuff like that. But largely when you're looked at as somebody who doesn't give opportunity, largely when you look at it as a group that don't provide. And I understand the things that we have been through, but there is no real reason for anybody to take you serious when they look at you as a group of people who can't do nothing for them. This is the reason why you have certain sisters like Malika Andrew or Doja Cats. The reason why you have that animosity is because the people that they're going to cape for, Candace Owens, they're going to get rewarded. The problem is this: dealing with blacks, people think there ain't no reward in that. This is where you get your Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp saw the writing on the wall. He got out of there before it hit him. Now, I don't know how Fox Sports was doing, but look, Shannon was saying, I'm gonna do my own thing, right? So before it hit him, he bounced. Okay? Now, in as far as what I'm talking about right now, and as black men, when people see you as I don't get no incentive from dealing with you as a group, I need to go to this other group and do something. Then the reward from that group is for all you're selling out, Malika Andrews, even though you're nowhere as good as Max Kellerman in sports. You're nowhere as good as Jalen Rose. You get to keep your job because you've been loyal to those who are paying you. But see, we would have that loyalty in the black community if we also paid our way with our own people, which we don't. That's something we got to be serious about. We don't like to pay nobody in the black American community. All over the black world. We have a hard time with that. As much as opportunity that we have in the black world, and we do have, and I love our people. If it wasn't for you, brothers and sisters, right, I wouldn't have what I have. I am so thankful for you, but I'm maybe one of the lucky folks who could ride it out. How much hell do you got to go through and bureaucracy do you got to go through to deal in black business in Black America or in Africa? How much lies do you got to overcome to have transparency? Too many lies here or lies there, and don't want to establish a network with your brothers and sisters to create an economy that can facilitate your talent. So people say, I'm tired of dealing with Black America all over again, or Africa, whatever it is. Let me go over here to these other groups and I will talk down on my own people and I will get rewarded. And that reward might be temporary. Of course, they don't get rid of them also. Eventually. That's going to happen. But that's why people have a hostility toward our group, because they figure with all of the money you guys got, I'm talking about as a diaspora now, we ain't just dealing with Black America. Well, all the things you have to facilitate your own stuff, why you don't have it? Why you don't got it? Now, let me get on these other brothers on the other side. I'm talking about the black ones, the Jalen Roses and the Keyshawn Johnsons. Why don't you have your own shit by now? Why don't you? You should not be getting laid off by ESPN. You should be writing checks to produce the content for our group, which will pay you more eventually than ESPN. And that is what we get when we don't develop our own stuff. We will always be at that level of dustiness, that level of crustiness, that level of brokenness. We're always going to be there if we don't develop our group all the time. And we're going to continue to get hit with that stick. And then you're always going to see black women or women or people in our culture, when they look at the white man or the Arab man or the Latino man, they're saying, you can't give me the opportunity. I'm not loyal to you for what? And as much as selling out it is, we get mad. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate it for all you. Subscribe to the bell. I'm out.